Hey everybody, Ryan here with CHIIRP. Thank you so much for taking a minute to watch this video. Now, I just had the opportunity to meet with Brandy Biswell. Brandy is the owner of Flues Brothers, a chimney service company out of Kansas City, Kansas. Now, prior to using CHIIRP, Brandy was kind of seeing some slowdown in the business and was a little worried because July was looking almost completely empty. And so she teamed up with CHIIRP, and not only was she able to completely fill July, she almost filled out August as well. And in this video, we're going to show you how. Let's jump in. Hey everybody, Ryan here with CHIIRP. Super excited to be here. I'm super privileged today. I've got Brandy here. She is from Flues Brothers. I'm saying that right? Flues Brothers Chimneys. She's been a CHIIRP user for just a little while now, and we're super excited to have her here today. She's going to give us a quick rundown of how her experience has been so far. But thank you so much for being here, Brandy. Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
So Brandy, if you wouldn't mind, so kind of how we do these calls is we kind of kick off just with an introduction, and then tell us about your business, who you are, how long you've been in business, what you're focused on, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, so we are Flues Brothers Chimney Service. We have been here in Kansas City and owned the company for 23 years now. I always kind of forget. It could be more, it could be one less. Over 20 years,
Yep.
We'll say.
That's good, yeah. Over 20 years, 2 decades.
Time goes crazy. And we service the whole Kansas City metro area, which includes Kansas City, Kansas, and Missouri side. And our focus is really just taking care of the customers here in Kansas City, all of their fireplace and chimney needs. And we also do dryer vents.
Okay. So are you focused primarily on like service, or do you guys do installs? What's your main focus?
Residential is our main game, and then we do it all. We clean them, we tear them down, we install them, we take them out. Whatever has to do with the chimney and the fireplace, we're your company.
Excellent. Okay, so leading up to this, tell us a little bit about your back end softwares that you've used up to this point. What's kind of the backbone of your business?
Yeah, so we've been with ServiceTitan now for a little over 2 years. Prior to that, we were on a software called Field Locate.
Okay.
Definitely love ServiceTitan a lot better. And marketing-wise, we've been with different programs. We have had Constant Contact since about 2015.
Okay.
And that's worked pretty well for us over the years. And then we've tried some other ones here and there that just were not as successful. And so that's when we found out about CHIIRP, and I've done a lot of research, and I am a Gen X, so I'm not even a younger generation, but I know I prefer to text with people. My dog's at the vet right now. We did a text to set up that appointment. It's just so much more convenient than picking up the phone and getting put on hold or waiting on somebody. You've got everything there documented in your chat. And so I know that our customers want to be communicated with the same way. And so we were really looking for some way to communicate with them via text for everything, for our drip campaigns, for reaching out about offers that we have, anything basically that we have to do with them. We want to be able to text them and have them text us. Perfect.
Yeah, great. So, you've been with CHIIRP for a couple months now, I think. What was the initial, how did you find out about CHIIRP first of all, and then what led you to, pull the trigger?
Yeah, so it was another chimney company that had contacted me about the marketing programs we were currently using, wanting to do a demo and asking about it. And I was just honest with them that it wasn't working real great for us. And they had mentioned that they had also done a demo with CHIIRP and were looking into that. So once I decided that our program wasn't really working that great, I reached out to them and said, hey, tell me about CHIIRP. Did you go ahead and sign with them? How's it working? And they had a really great experience. So I'm like, well, it's not going to hurt to do a demo. Let's check it out.
Awesome. So we did the demo. What was it about the demo? Was there something on there that made you go, oh, that's it? Or was it, tell me about that experience.
I think just the ease of it, the fact that CHIIRP helps us with our campaigns, because you don't get that with a lot of softwares. It's basically like, watch this video, figure out how to do it. Best of luck to you. And we've just had such amazing support with Chirp and with setting up our campaigns and getting those going. I'd actually never heard of ringless voicemail. And so that was also very intriguing. So we're going to start using that as well.
Awesome. So, Brandy, we know. So you've been with Chirp for a couple of months now, and coming into it, you had seen a slowdown in your business, and July was looking kind of rough. Tell us about what you did to make up for that.
Yeah, so for the chimney industry, all of us in the chimney industry have seen a slower summer than we've seen in about 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
COVID was actually really good for us because people were sitting at home in front of their fireplace and chimneys and wanted them to work.
Yeah.
And so it was kind of scary, going in and it was the grind of trying to make sure that we had customers to fill the calendar with day to day. And we have plenty of customers. We have over 10,000 customers in our database, but it's getting them to remember in July that they should get their chimney and fireplace serviced. And so that can be tough. And so that was really what made us pull the trigger on Chirp. And to be honest with you, I was like, yeah, I'm sure it'll work a little bit. In fact, I'm pretty sure I upset my office because when we were doing the onboarding, they had told us don't send it out more than to 150 people a day. And I'm like, oh no, this is chimneys. We're not going to have that great of success. Up that to 400. And so they obliged. And so we sent it out to 400 people a day. And so basically our days have been very, very busy responding to a lot of chirps. And within the first month, it's just been right about at a month. Within the first month, I think as of now today, we're probably close to 80 appointments booked with it.
80 appointments. Okay. So yeah, we tell people, we say, hey, this is going to work. Like, follow what we say, and then we always get the no, it's not.
I was not a believer.
We end up overwhelming the office with too much work, which is a really good problem to have, but a problem nonetheless. So 80 appointments, what is that, dollar wise, what does that lead to for your business?
Yeah, I mean, dollar wise, we charge, so a lot of them, there are coupon customers. So normally they would be coming in at $389, they're coming in at $289. Times that many appointments. This is the first year, typically with that coupon offer, we never extend that past the end of July because then we're starting to ramp up for busy season. And because of Chirp, we actually had to extend it for the first time because we couldn't tell those customers no after we had sent them a campaign, but the calendar's already full for July.
Oh man, so we filled the whole calendar in July.
Yes.
And it's safe to say that we're in the tens of thousands of dollars in
oh,
return.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so the return on investment's no question into Chirp, and it's filled you up through July and then into spillover into
Correct.
August. That's amazing. So first month out of the gate, investment into Chirp is covered, and what a huge ROI on that. So that's
and that
awesome.
was just with that one campaign. I anticipate so much more success with the future campaigns, and then also we're really big into drip campaigns. So following up with those customers after we've been out to their house too, because really in the chimney world, we really make our money on the repairs. The service is great, but that's not where the money is at. And so following up on those customers after we have left them a chimney care plan for the work that needs to be done, that's really where the money's at for us.
Yeah, that brings up a good point, because that's one of the things. Chirp is not a one-trick pony, right? It's not just one thing. There's literally hundreds of different things you can use it for within your business. And so we have strategies right out of the gate. When you first sign up, it's like, hey, this is what we can do right now to help you fill up your calendar. And then we have long-term strategies, estimate follow-ups, drip campaigns, review, all the stuff to keep your customer base engaged through the years. So yeah, that's a really good point that, you have strategies right out of the gate and then long-term stuff to focus on.
Yeah, and I think the other big seller for us was that it did integrate with our CRM, with Service Titan. That was a huge seller because then that's just one less step that we have to take.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of people, come with databases and say, hey, we want to start reaching out, we want to start, and they basically have to export that from Service Titan, take it over to their other system, upload it in, and then start things. And it's just this huge technical mess with a lot of different things that could go wrong along the way, And so with that integration, it's huge because it's just automatic. It just comes over and you can automatically have that stuff
Yeah,
happen. So
and I love that you integrate with more than Service Titan. My husband is a coach for House Call Pro, and I know you guys integrate with
yep.
them as well.
Yep. House Call Pro or Service Titan, House Call Pro, Jobber, Service Monster, and then of course a bunch of like softwares outside of the CRM space where we talk about like Facebook leads, Google Messenger, any kind of
Yes.
forms, so we can manage those leads as they come in.
I was
Lots
actually
of
just on
different.
the phone this morning with a marketing call with my marketing company about some things that we're going to integrate through CHIIRP, some different forms.
Yeah.
So we were kind of figuring that out this morning. And yeah, that was a surprise too, the Google reviews coming right in through CHIRP.
Yep.
That
Yep.
was really nice. And I'd even like it picked up old ones. So we had a customer chime in that yes, they did want to go ahead and get their coupon cleaning, and it showed that she had left a review in the past, which was awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. Very cool. Okay, so we've been talking about obviously the technical side of CHIIRP and what it can do, and we've seen that it's lived up to what we said it would do, and it's you've seen an ROI there. But one of the things that we've really focused on this year, and I want to shift gears into this, is our support team. Our we you touched on this earlier. A lot of software companies, especially we find in the home service, it seems to be a huge problem. A lot of these software companies, they create really great software, they create great solutions, but they say, here you go, here's your software, good luck, and they're on to trying to sell the next contract. They're trying to just grow as fast as they can, and they kind of leave the customer support side out. And one of our big pushes this last year has really been to shift that culture and provide a great software, but also provide world-class support. And so far, has that been the case with you?
Oh, absolutely. And I'm sorry if you heard dinging on my computer. That's all the little chirps coming in right now. So yeah, so Ryan, I'll call him other Ryan since your name
Yep.
is Ryan. He's been our onboarder and he's been fantastic. And he's been meeting with us on a weekly basis, making sure that we're getting our campaigns set up right, making sure they're working. He has gotten me out of trouble when I've accidentally configured my settings wrong because I was playing around in there. And so that has been fantastic. And that was another huge piece that was important to me was that customer support piece because the programs can be complicated. And if you don't have somebody to show you how to use them and help you set those things up, I mean, you're paying a lot of money to be set up for failure.
Yep, totally. One of our it's this kind of double-edged sword in the software space. It's like we want to make it really robust so that it can do anything, but what comes with that is complication and it's not, you have to kind of learn how to, it's a loaded gun, right? And you need to be trained on how to use it because you can do damage. You can do a lot of damage with a software if you send out a text in the middle of the night, or we've had that happen in the past where people have kind of bypassed the training and just said, oh, I'll figure it out on my own, and then they're panicking, calling us in the middle of the night saying, hey, I clicked a button and I'm sending text messages to my customers at midnight, and I'm like,
Oh
and it's
no.
like, hey, we want it to be functional and to do all this stuff, but you need the training and the support to go with it, and that's what we've focused heavily on building that up. So our guys are heavily trained. We train them for months and months before they even get on the phone with a customer, and so it's really cool to hear that because at the beginning we tried to, figure out how it could be a self onboarding system, and there's just too much to it, and so with that support, hearing that really makes me feel good because
Yeah, no,
it's
I
been an
really
uphill
appreciate it. And you
battle.
guys have taken really great care. I also do business coaching. And so my clients are always asking, like, what's working for you and what's working for your
Yeah.
company. And so I've been bragging about CHIRP, and you guys have done really good if I've referred somebody over to you about taking great care of them as well, which is really important to me because that's my reputation on the line.
Oh, for sure, right? Yeah, we take that very seriously. We very much appreciate those referrals. In fact, I would say about 90% of our customers over the past year and a half have been referrals, which is a bit of a testament to us because yeah, people, they don't want to just send anybody to anywhere. It's very important that the reputation is kept, and so it's been really cool to see a lot of people referring customers over to us just because of the success they've been having. So tell us, Brandy, before we jump off this last little bit, what would you say to other chimney companies or other home service companies in general that are thinking about taking a look at CHIRP? Is there any words of advice you want to give?
I mean, I would just tell them definitely get the demo set up. The quicker you get it done, the quicker you can start getting in touch with the customers the way that they want to be communicated with.
Yeah, yeah. Well, thank you so much. I'm so happy to see this is, I mean, as much as it's really cool, to see the success, as an owner, and as an owner, when you see like, like with you, it's like when you hear of reviews coming from your customers, it just, there's that special place that's like, man, I'm really happy things are working out. So it's really great to hear. I really appreciate you being on this call. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Yep. Okay. Have a great day. We'll see you.
You too.